Imagine waking up one day, not in your own time, but nearly 2,000 years in the future. A world where humanity has evolved into something greater, where technology and nature are in perfect harmony. But also a world haunted by the shadows of our mistakes. This isn't science fiction, it's the mind-bending story of Paul Amadeus Dienach, a man who claimed to have spent a year in the body of someone living in the year 3906. His chilling warning for humanity and breathtaking visions of the future might hold the key to our survival or our downfall. Stay with us as we unravel this unbelievable tale, filled with hope, wonder, and a sobering glimpse of what might lie ahead. Before we dive in, hit subscribe and turn on the bell. You won't want to miss what comes next. Your support helps us uncover more stories like this. Paul Amadeus Dienach, a humble Swiss-Austrian teacher born in 1884, was an unlikely candidate for a journey into the far future. Reserved and contemplative, Dienach was more interested in literature and philosophy than the mysteries of time or metaphysics. Yet, in 1921, his life took a turn no one could have foreseen. A near-fatal bout of encephalitis left him comatose for a full year. When he awoke, Dienach recounted an extraordinary tale. During his coma, his consciousness had traveled to the year 3906. This wasn't a dream, he insisted, nor a hallucination caused by illness. Dienach believed his mind had inhabited the body of another man, a scientist named Andrew Northam, living in a distant and transformed future. Over the next few years, Dienach documented his experiences in meticulous detail in a diary that would later captivate and baffle readers worldwide. Paul Amadeus Dienach's journey to the year 3906 was as bewildering as it was transformative. When he awoke in this distant future, it wasn't in his own body. His consciousness had, inexplicably, entered the mind of Andrew Northam, a respected scientist of the era. Through Northam's eyes, Dienach experienced a world so advanced and harmonious that it defied everything he had ever known in the early 20th century. The world of 3906 was nothing like the industrialized, polluted, and fragmented society Dienach had left behind. Cities were marvels of architecture and nature combined. Towering structures appeared almost organic, crafted from materials that could grow, adapt, and repair themselves. These buildings harmonized with the surrounding environment, blending seamlessly with forests, rivers, and open landscapes. Instead of sprawling urban chaos, cities were compact, efficient, and designed to prioritize human well-being and ecological balance. Dienach's early explorations revealed a society governed not by materialism or greed, but by a collective ethos of unity and progress. He was struck by the absence of noise and pollution. Vehicles moved silently through the skies, utilizing advanced propulsion systems powered by renewable energy. Streets were lush and green, serving more as communal spaces for interaction than traditional thoroughfares. Communication in this world was a revelation. Language was still in use, but it was augmented by telepathic abilities that allowed people to share emotions, ideas, and even complex concepts directly. This enhanced connection fostered deep empathy and understanding among individuals, eliminating much of the conflict and miscommunication that plagued earlier eras. As Dienach delved deeper into Northam's life, he discovered a profound reverence for knowledge and learning in this future society. Education was no longer a slow, linear process. Instead, information was transferred directly to the brain through neural interfaces, allowing individuals to master complex subjects in an instant. This freed people to focus on creativity, problem-solving, and the pursuit of deeper truths. Art, music, and spiritual practices flourished in ways that Dienach found almost incomprehensible. Public spaces were filled with kinetic sculptures that responded to human presence, creating a dynamic interplay between art and observer. Music resonated at frequencies designed to inspire and heal, while spiritual practices emphasized humanity's connection to the universe and to one another. Despite the overwhelming beauty and harmony of this world, Dienach couldn't ignore the traces of its dark history. Through Northam's memories, he learned of the Great Decline, a period of environmental collapse, wars, and pandemics that nearly destroyed humanity. This awareness gave him a deeper appreciation for the resilience and wisdom of this future society, which had risen from the ashes to create a utopia. For Dienach, his arrival in this world was more than an exploration of the future. It was a glimpse into humanity's potential. It was a transformative experience that challenged his understanding of what was possible and offered a vision of hope and inspiration for the generations he would eventually leave behind. Paul Amadeus Dienach's exploration of the year 3906 included not only marveling at the harmonious society he found, but also uncovering the harrowing history that shaped it. This transformative utopia was born from the ashes of a catastrophic era known as the Great Decline, a dark chapter in human history marked by environmental collapse, widespread conflict, and near extinction. Through the memories and records of Andrew Northam, whose body Dienach inhabited, he pieced together the events of this tragic period. The Great Decline began in the late 21st century, as the cumulative effects of humanity's neglect and exploitation of the planet reached a tipping point. One of the primary causes of the decline was unchecked climate change. For decades, the warnings of scientists had gone unheeded. By the 22nd century, rising global temperatures triggered a cascade of disasters. Ice caps melted at unprecedented rates, causing sea levels to engulf coastal cities. Once fertile lands became arid wastelands, leading to food shortages and mass migrations. Extreme weather events, devastating hurricanes, floods, and heat waves became the norm, further destabilizing societies worldwide. Simultaneously, resource scarcity fueled geopolitical tensions. Nations vied for dwindling supplies of clean water, arable land, and energy resources. What began as trade disputes escalated into full-scale wars, some of which involved the use of nuclear weapons. These conflicts left swathes of the planet uninhabitable, creating generations of displaced people. Adding to this chaos was the outbreak of a mysterious pandemic, referred to in the future as the Great Sickness. The disease spread rapidly, showing no regard for borders, socioeconomic status, or medical advances. It decimated the global population, leaving billions dead within a few decades. Entire regions were abandoned as survivors fled in search of refuge. The combination of environmental collapse, war, and pandemic brought humanity to its knees. Global institutions crumbled, and the infrastructure that sustained civilization fell apart. Populations fragmented into isolated groups, struggling to survive amidst the ruins of once great cities. But out of this darkness emerged a turning point, a collective awakening known as the Great Transformation. This period of reckoning began with a deep introspection among the surviving populations. Humanity realized that its survival depended on cooperation, unity, and a fundamental shift in values. The rebuilding process started slowly, with small communities banding together to share resources and knowledge. Over time, these efforts expanded, leading to the formation of a single global governing body dedicated to preventing another collapse. Technological advancements were redirected toward restoring the planet's ecosystems and creating sustainable systems for energy, agriculture, and habitation. Dienach learned that this painful chapter in human history served as a catalyst for profound growth. The lessons of the Great Decline remained ingrained in the collective memory of the people of 3906, ensuring that the mistakes of the past would not be repeated. For Dienach, this history was a sobering reminder of humanity's capacity for both destruction and renewal, offering a beacon of hope for his own troubled era. The world Paul Amadeus Dienach witnessed in 3906 was nothing short of a utopia, a society that had mastered harmony with nature, technology, and human potential. It was a vision that both amazed and humbled him, as it stood in stark contrast to the chaotic and fragmented world he had known in the early 20th century. The cities of 3906 were unlike anything Dienach could have imagined. Towering structures seemed to float, crafted from advanced materials that were not only lightweight but also alive in some sense. These buildings could adapt to their environment, adjusting their properties to maintain comfort and efficiency for their inhabitants. Nature was not something separate from these urban centers. Instead, it wove through them. Lush greenery, vibrant flowers, and flowing streams intertwined with the architectural marvels, creating spaces that radiated tranquility and balance. Energy production was a marvel in itself. Fossil fuels and traditional power sources had long been abandoned. Instead, humanity harnessed clean and infinite energy derived from advanced technologies such as quantum energy fields and solar capture. These systems not only powered cities but also maintained the delicate balance of the planet's ecosystems. Carbon emissions, pollution, and environmental degradation were relics of a distant past. Transportation had been revolutionized. Airborne vehicles glided silently through the skies, powered by renewable energy and controlled by advanced artificial intelligence. Long-distance travel was almost instantaneous, thanks to a network of teleportation hubs that linked different parts of the planet. The need for personal vehicles had diminished, as society had transitioned to efficient communal transport systems that prioritized accessibility and environmental impact. Education and knowledge acquisition had also undergone a profound transformation. Traditional schooling, as Dienach knew it, was obsolete. Learning was instantaneous, facilitated by neural interfaces that allowed individuals to upload information directly to their minds. This liberated people from the constraints of rote learning, enabling them to focus on creativity, innovation, and the exploration of deeper truths about existence. Art and culture flourished in ways that Dienach found awe-inspiring. Freed from the struggles of survival, humanity had turned its attention to the celebration of beauty, emotion, and the mysteries of life. Artists, musicians, and writers produced works that transcended boundaries, blending science and spirituality to express the universal human experience. Public spaces were adorned with sculptures that seemed to shift and dance with the viewer's emotions, while music resonated at frequencies that could heal and inspire. The society of 3906 was governed by a deep sense of unity and interconnectedness. Conflict and division were memories of a bygone era, replaced by a collective ethos that prioritized the well-being of all. This was not achieved through authoritarian control, but through a shared understanding of humanity's place in the cosmos. Ethical principles were deeply ingrained, guiding every aspect of life. Dienach also observed a unique relationship with artificial intelligence. Far from being feared, AI was a trusted partner in humanity's progress. It managed infrastructure, facilitated communication, and even collaborated in creative endeavors. Yet, it always operated under the guidance of human values, ensuring it served as a tool for enhancement rather than domination. The world Dienach described was one where humanity had transcended its past mistakes to build a society that embraced its highest potential. It was a beacon of hope, showing what could be achieved when science, spirituality, and unity coalesce in harmony. This world of wonders wasn't just a dream of technological progress but a testament to the power of human resilience and vision. Through Northam's studies, Dienach discovered a haunting prophecy. Despite its utopia, Earth faced an existential threat. A distant galactic collision was expected to disrupt the solar system, threatening humanity's survival. This revelation spurred an ambitious project: interstellar exploration and colonization. Humanity had already begun establishing colonies on other planets, but the challenge ahead required unprecedented ingenuity and cooperation. Paul Amadeus Dienach's return to his own time in 1922 was as mysterious as his initial journey to the future. After spending what felt like a year in the body of Andrew Northam in 3906, Dienach's consciousness suddenly and inexplicably returned to his own body in the early 20th century. When he awoke in a hospital bed, Dienach found himself disoriented and physically weak. He had been in a coma for several months following a severe case of encephalitis lethargica, a rare neurological condition that left him unconscious. To his doctors, his recovery seemed miraculous. Dienach, however, was haunted by vivid memories of the future, memories that felt more real than a dream. He initially kept his experiences to himself, fearing ridicule or disbelief. But the clarity of his recollections compelled him to document every detail in a journal, which later became the basis of his extraordinary account. The fate of Paul Amadeus Dienach and his incredible journey through time leaves us with more questions than answers. Was it a glimpse of humanity's distant future, a vivid dream, or something else entirely? Regardless of what you believe, Dienach's story serves as a powerful reminder of our potential and the challenges we must overcome to reach it. If you found this journey as fascinating as we did, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode of Dark Mystery. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think Dienach truly saw the future? Or was it a creation of his subconscious? Thank you for watching, and as always, keep questioning the mysteries of our world and beyond. See you next time.